Hello, beautiful women. So obviously this video is not live. I'm wearing the same sweater as the video before. So what I'm doing is pre-recording video for part 3 because I'm gonna be at a gig all day tomorrow and I just don't know how the reception's gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hop on live. So you get a pre-recorded video for today, but please still comment on it just the same. Yeah, so let's get down to it. So part 3 of this 7-part series of how to get through the holidays without the guilt is slowing down while you eat. So this is one of my favorite things to talk about with my clients. It's probably one of the simplest things you can do that has the most profound effect on your health, your weight, and your digestion, and how you feel, and all of that stuff, right? And it's really just a matter of simple awareness, but it is so, so powerful. So it takes your brain about 20 minutes to get the signal that you're full. So just let that sink in for a minute. About 20 minutes. Now, I want you to think about how fast you usually eat a meal. Now, you might not even realize how quickly you eat, to be honest, because it's really habitual to just eat really fast, right? And it's a really common habit to not be mindful at all throughout the meal in general, right? We're constantly just doing other things. We're preoccupied, we're stressed, we're multitasking, all of this stuff. We're scarfing down food, not being mindful. So you may not know how quickly you eat, but the average person finishes a meal within 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? So you eat a full meal, and then a lot of times you still feel hungry when you're done because your brain hasn't had enough time to get the signal that you've had enough. It hasn't had the time to realize that you're actually full. So a lot of times what happens, you still feel hungry once you finish, so you get more food, you go get seconds, and then before you know it, you've already eaten too much, and then you feel too full and you feel a bit gross, right? How often does that happen? So, by simply slowing down, actively practicing slowing down while eating, and learning to be present within your meal, you start to give yourself a chance to really tune into when your body naturally becomes full. Right? You become aware and present and available to start receiving those signals that you've actually had enough, right? And so what ends up happening is it turns into natural portion control. Without having to count anything or restrict anything or like actively try and eat less, it just becomes natural, right? Because you're slowing down and you start to realize like, oh, I'm actually full, and like I still have food left on my plate. I haven't gotten seconds. This is crazy. And it's just from slowing down and being present, right? So it's amazing how much this simple little task can completely change the way that you eat and feel. And I mean, if you have digestive issues after you eat, the simple act of slowing down can make a huge difference on indigestion and gas and upset stomachs, acid reflux, all of that stuff, right? It makes a huge difference. That's why I love talking about it. Plus, the more mindful and present you are within a meal, the more you actually get to enjoy it, right? The more you taste each bite and feel the textures and smell the smells and take deep breaths, take pauses and look at this beautiful food and all of the colors and, all of this stuff. When you allow yourself to notice all of, the senses that are involved in enjoying a meal, you notice that you enjoy the meal a whole lot more because you're actually noticing it and being present in it instead of it just being another task to be completed, right? So you get to enjoy it more without needing to eat more in order to feel satisfied, right? It's crazy. Just try it a couple times and you'll start to notice. Because when we're not paying attention, we don't even notice the tastes. And then after a while, it's like, oh, I just need more. Like, I don't feel satisfied. But when you are present and engage all of your senses and really take the time to slow down and enjoy it, you need way less in order to feel satisfied. And you get to enjoy it more. And so the same works with those sweet treats, right? Typically we eat them so fast, whether it's just like if we're feeling kind of guilty, we're almost trying to like sneak it behind our own back. So it's like, if I eat it fast, I won't notice, right? Or it's just like maybe you've been restricting yourself and then you finally get it and you're like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. But we typically eat them really fast, right? And we eat them so fast, we don't even realize that we've eaten them. And so then we want more and more and more, right? To feel that satisfaction. So take it slow. Enjoy every single bite. Not only will you start to notice that you don't need to eat as much as you think you did, but you'll also get to enjoy that treat that much more. It becomes an experience. You know what I mean? And the more you enjoy it, the more you turn on that rest and digest response that helps your body, right? Because you're feeling pleasure and you're feeling relaxed, you're eating slow, the rest and digest response turns on, and that fight or flight turns off. You turn off the guilt, turn on the pleasure, and your body's like, hell yeah, lighting up, doing what it's meant to do. Yeah? So, the simple task of slowing down can work for you two ways. One, you may notice that you naturally start eating less, a bit of a natural portion control without even trying. Number two, you get to enjoy your food even more. It's a win-win. And you don't have to restrict yourself of anything. You don't have to count anything. You don't have to miss out on anything, right? Super simple trick to help you avoid that unnecessary guilt around the holidays. Yeah? Slowing down. All right, so tune in tomorrow for part 4, where I'll talk about how keeping your blood sugar balanced will help your body function at its best, even when you eat those sweet treats. All right, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, share aha moments. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Bye-bye.